Hi, and welcome back to Scratch. Today, we're going to make pureed pumpkin. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and share this recipe. For this, we'll need 1 4 to 6 pound pumpkin. While a sugar or pie pumpkin is best, any small pumpkin should do. A half teaspoon of salt, some parchment paper, and we may or may not need some water, but more on that later. We'll start by preheating our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, we'll rinse our pumpkin in the sink to remove any dirt before cutting it. Next, we'll cut our pumpkin and prepare it for baking. We'll cut off the top to give our pumpkin a flat surface, and then turn it upside down and cut it in half through the bottom. Then, using a spoon, we'll scoop out the seeds and pulp and place them in a bowl, using kitchen shears to cut the pulp if necessary, and setting the seeds aside to use in another recipe. Then, we'll cut our pumpkin into quarters and sprinkle it with our half teaspoon of salt, before placing them flesh side down on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Then we'll roast our pumpkin in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until it's lightly browned and fork tender, about 45 minutes. Then we'll remove it from the oven and allow our pumpkin to cool until it can be handled, about an hour. Once our pumpkin has cooled, we'll carefully peel it with a small knife and cut it into chunks. While it's possible to puree the pumpkin using a potato masher and elbow grease, I'm going to be using a food processor. We'll fill the food processor approximately 1/4 to half full with our pumpkin and puree it on high speed, scraping down the sides as necessary. Each pumpkin is different, so if our puree is too dry, we'll add a tablespoon of water at a time until it reaches a soft and creamy texture. If our puree is too wet, we'll drain it over a wire mesh sifter or through a cheesecloth into a bowl for 30 minutes. We'll continue this process until we've pureed all of our pumpkin. Once our puree is finished, we can use it fresh or freeze it to use in up to 6 months in recipes like pumpkin pie, pumpkin cupcakes, or pumpkin bread. And remember, if you like the content, please subscribe.